Hey guys, welcome to our review of Ninpuu Sentai Hurricanger, episode 1. As always, I'm your host, Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have...
Cinder Blaze.
Is there a... That seems to be a lot of lag. Say hello now.
Hello now.
Hello now.
Hello now.
Okay. Alright. A little lag. Alright. Hey guys, welcome to our review of Ninpuu Sentai Hurricanger, episode 1. As always, I'm your host, Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have...
Cinder Blaze.
Dude, welcome back. We got done watching this episode yesterday, so you guys can comment on it, but... you didn't! So, you know what? Making the executive decision right here, just like for the regular Kamen Rider reviews. We're just going to do periodic check-ins. Maybe even just an end-of-series review. We'll just see what happens, whatever we feel like doing. But yeah, as for our review, I thought this was a pretty solid episode 1. So the characters up nicely. We only really had 3 characters to focus on, which is like, you know... It's been a while since we didn't have to like deal with a bloated cast and a bloated intro, because like, you know, with Re-Soldier, it felt really rushed, and we had to introduce, you know, 3 of the characters and their masters, the entirety of their show, like their entire premise. But here it felt pretty calm, you know.
Yeah. I feel like the plot was like relatively straightforward. That it just kind of it went by like real fast.
Yeah.
And they kind of like took our 3 main characters like out of it for the most part, because like it was basically the master and like all the, you know, unnamed ninja that were kind of like dealing with it, and then they got like instantly like taken out of the picture and stuff. So it just made it easier for us to focus on them, because like when they were like chilling and just kind of like talking about like this whole situation by themselves, they did give us like background information while they're shooting this shit, and it also like let them introduce their personalities into this a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I absolutely loved it. Each of the characters so far seem pretty enjoyable. Even I know you were saying you weren't too big of a fan of our Red.
Red? Yeah, he has way too much energy, and it feels fake.
Like there's something about watching an older show that somehow in my mind makes it more okay that he's the super energetic crackhead Red Ranger. Like, yeah. He is yelling most of the time, but there's just this like I feel like it exists within this strange bubble where it's just okay. It's old
He
stuff.
sounds like an anime character, but he's a human, so it's just like, stop making those noises. You can talk normal now.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. It's strange. I'm not finding it as egregious. I haven't quite put my finger on why just yet. But to me, I'm enjoying him so far.
Yeah.
Same with the rest of them.
Yeah. What'd you think about like the villains? Like, first things first, the fact that the Ninja Storm chicks had the same outfits as like the Sentai predecessors, I was like, holy crap! That's the exact same thing.
I mean, I guess to a point it makes sense. You know, we'll get into that in the Ninja Storm review, I feel like, but it was strange. It was strange to see and being like, oh, this actually wasn't from the US. That actually makes a lot of sense. You know what I mean? Like, why would we make something that looks like this?
We'll get into that in the thing, but like just looking at the villains for the first time here, that's what kind of struck out to me. Also, like the big bad being in this like shaded chair. I'm not even sure if it's a chair. He probably was the chair, but
Puppet. It was this strange, weird-looking puppet. I don't know, man. I'm not into it.
I liked it because I couldn't see him. But he was menacing enough, you know?
Sure.
Those spikes everywhere. So I'm just like, ooh, you know what? He's probably bad news if he gets close. But that, and I think that one shot, like towards the end of the episode, where, you know, these guys suck. And like all the other like better ninjas already got like completely wiped, and they're just like looking up like post destruction at them like on top of a cliff. I was like, oh, that's scary. And I felt like it left such like a strong impression at the end of the episode that I probably would rate it a lot higher thinking back on it, honestly.
That's true. I agree. That was very haunting. Like, you get your main lineup. Hey guys, this is what you're going up against. You're very inexperienced. You're definitely gonna lose if you try to confront them here.
Yeah, like
no.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Like, just imagine if a Sentai does their final roll call, like, you know, badass, all the explosions and everything. And they're all ganging up on the first villain of the series. Like, imagine being that villain. That's exactly what the Hurricangers were this episode.
Yeah, I mean, like, it definitely sort of like raised the stakes. Called a farmer, raised the stakes. I liked it.
Yeah. What'd you think about the master? I was disappointed by the lack of rugs because I felt like he could have worn 50 of them.
That's true. He did have a very rug mentor aura. But I guess his whole body is a rug since he's a gerbil now. Wait, hamster? Yeah, hamster. Something. It's a rat thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what the name of the thing. Yeah. Do excuse me, all of you rodent enthusiasts out there. Again, what struck me was that it was strange that Power Rangers decided to adapt that and then make it CG. Again, more of that in the Power Rangers one, but that, you know, that's the background I come from, and it was very strange to see, oh, this too. We use this.
Yeah, like, for me, I would have expected them to actually have, like, the regular mentor. It's just, to bring it over to the States, they would just turn him into a hamster. You know, just to make things easy, to make things fun. But no, you just turn into a hamster as well, so...
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I ended up coming away from this pretty positive. It was sort of refreshing to have a Sentai like this, especially since the Sentais recently have, I don't know, the conflict seemed a bit more nuanced recently, but I do like the black and white nature of all of this. You know, like, there's not as much depth to the villains. They're just villains, they're bad guys, and you gotta beat them up, and they're really strong. And I like that. I love the simplicity of it. And I miss that. And I mean, you know, even with Tier Major, there is some depth to it, but like their villainy week to week seems a bit more, you know, there's no motivation behind it outside of like being evil. So that's another reason why I sort of like Tier Major and why I like this style here. Just because, oh yeah, they're just evil. They're doing evil things, and you gotta stop them. They're very dangerous. And we got to see, you know, get to see the raising of the stakes. Like, it's compelling without having to make the villains like giving them too much bogged down motivation. You know what I mean? Like, it's simple.
Yeah.
And we.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. You done, Alex?
Yeah.
Cool. We're back into our comments. This first one comes from. We don't have any comments, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.
Yep, see it. That was bad. I probably should have just left one. So by the time you got to it in the review, I'm like, oh, hey, you dumb nut.
Could you imagine? I probably wouldn't have even